It was supposed to be Jin's night, the long-awaited RunSeokJin EP tour in Incheon, a concert filled with warmth, laughter, and music. But no one, not even the most dedicated army, could have predicted what would happen halfway through the evening. The moment the lights dimmed and a familiar silhouette appeared among the audience, the arena trembled with screams. Jungkook, the golden maknae of BTS, was there, in person, attending Jin's concert. The sight alone sent shockwaves through the fandom. For months, ARMY had been hoping to see two BTS members together again, sharing a real-life moment beyond the screens. And now, on a stage glowing in soft blue light, Jin's solo show turned into something even more legendary. A silent reunion that made millions of hearts race around the world. Jungkook's appearance wasn't just a casual visit. It felt like a message, a sign of unbreakable brotherhood, of love and respect that has stood the test of time. Fans described it as the most emotional moment of 2025, and social media exploded within minutes. Hashtags like hashtag Jungkook at RunSeokJin, hashtag BTS reunion, and hashtag Incheon explodes dominated global trends. But beyond the noise, beyond the excitement, there was something deeper, the shared nostalgia, the flood of memories that came rushing back as Jin smiled on stage and Jungkook looked on with pride. Inside the venue, the atmosphere shifted instantly. People who were already emotional from Jin's setlist suddenly found themselves in tears again. This time, from pure shock and joy. Jungkook was seen in an effortlessly stylish outfit, wearing dark-toned attire with his signature calm but magnetic aura. Cameras tried to catch every glimpse of him, but he wasn't there for attention. He was there for Jin. For those who know BTS, that simple gesture spoke volumes. Since debuting together, Jin and Jungkook have shared one of the most heartwarming dynamics. Big brother and little brother, the calm and the storm, the elder and the youngest. Seeing them reconnect like this was more than a surprise. It was healing. As Jin performed one of the night's highlights, a song from his new EP that reflects growth, loneliness, and strength. Jungkook's presence became the emotional anchor of the show. Fans who attended said they could feel the energy shift, like a reunion that didn't need words. When Jin looked out into the audience and noticed Jungkook, a subtle smile crossed his face. It was quick, genuine, and full of warmth. He didn't need to say anything. ARMY knew. Moments later, Jin addressed the crowd, saying softly, "I'm happy to see familiar faces tonight." His tone carried meaning. The audience roared, many believing he was referring to Jungkook's attendance. It was subtle, but the emotional punch hit hard. It felt like BTS spirit was alive on that stage, not through a performance, but through presence, support, and genuine brotherhood. Online, fans around the world lost control. Fan accounts began posting clips, fan cams, and blurry screenshots from every possible angle. Even though Jungkook didn't step on stage, his image spread faster than wildfire. The phrase, "he came for Jin," was repeated endlessly across platforms. Many fans described it as the ultimate show of loyalty. Jungkook supporting Jin's solo journey with quiet strength, just as Jin had supported him during his own. The fact that Jungkook attended in person, rather than sending a message or posting online, made everything more powerful. In a time where schedules, commitments, and solo projects often keep the members apart, such moments feel sacred. Some armies recalled how Jungkook has always spoken about Jin with admiration. During interviews, he often mentioned how Jin looked after him during their early days, offering advice, meals, and laughter when things felt too heavy. Now, years later, seeing Jungkook show up for Jin's solo concert felt like the story coming full circle. From the youngest who was once guided by his hyung, to the man who now stands by him proudly, one fan tweeted, "Inside the Incheon arena, the cheers never seemed to end. People held banners, phones, and tears as the night continued. Jin's voice filled the venue, steady and soulful, while the fans' hearts were somewhere between nostalgia and disbelief. Every lyric suddenly felt like it had a double meaning, as if Jin was singing not just to ARMY, but also to his brothers. When Jin performed his emotional ballad near the end of the set, cameras caught Jungkook gently clapping, his expression soft, eyes glistening. It wasn't just support, it was pride, love, and memory all wrapped into one quiet moment. After the show ended, Jungkook was reportedly seen leaving discreetly, not wanting to steal the spotlight from Jin. Fans who caught glimpses of him outside described how he waved lightly, smiling, humble as always. There was no fanfare, no media rush, just a young man showing up for someone who means the world to him. Later that night, the internet was chaos. TikTok was flooded with clips of Jungkook in the audience. Some fans slowed down the videos, analyzing every expression, every glance, every small gesture between Jin and Jungkook. It became one of those nights that ARMY would never forget, the kind of night that reignites the heart of the fandom. RunSeokJin was already trending as one of the biggest solo events of the year, but Jungkook's attendance turned it into history. Articles, fan theories, and emotional threads poured in. Many fans claimed it reminded them why BTS isn't just a group. It's a bond, a story that continues even when they walk different paths. Some called it fate that Jungkook appeared on October 31st, the very date marked on the RunSeokJin poster, as opening night. It was as if the stars aligned for this exact reunion to happen. Fans even noticed that Jungkook's outfit colors subtly matched the event's theme, sparking speculation that maybe Jin knew he'd come all along. By morning, every major platform was buzzing. Jungkook at RunSeokJin became one of the most searched phrases in Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Fans from all over shared their reactions: shock, tears, joy, disbelief. Some simply wrote, "I missed this feeling." For longtime followers, it wasn't just about Jungkook's presence. It was about what it represented, a bridge between past and present, proof that even as the members explore their individual paths, they still find their way back to one another. A fan from Seoul wrote, "This wasn't just a concert. It was family." Another added, "Jungkook didn't have to sing. His presence was the loudest song tonight." As images of Jin smiling and Jungkook standing in front of the massive RunSeokJin poster spread across the internet, fans couldn't help but reminisce. The scene almost looked symbolic, two eras of BTS meeting in one place, one night, one heartbeat. Inside HYB's headquarters, it was said that staff members were equally moved. Some reports hinted that Jin personally invited Jungkook, but wanted it to be a surprise for fans. If that's true, it worked. The shock, the joy, the raw emotion that filled the venue proved how much ARMY had missed seeing them together. Even international celebrities, many of whom are friends of BTS, reacted online with admiration. The event wasn't just another concert. It was a reminder of what BTS has always stood for: love, loyalty, and authenticity. The RunSeokJin stage design itself added to the magic. With guitars, drums, and handwritten notes projected behind Jin, the setting felt intimate, nostalgic, and full of life. The moment Jungkook was seen among the lights, it felt like a missing piece had been found. In the days following the event, fan accounts began piecing together every detail. Some fans pointed out that Jungkook had been quiet on social media for a few days before the concert, possibly because he was preparing for this moment. Others noticed that he seemed especially happy the next morning, hinting through subtle emoji posts that fans interpreted as mission accomplished. The phrase, "he came for Jin," became more than a trend. It turned into a statement of love, the kind of loyalty that defines real friendship. Artists, journalists, and fans alike praised Jungkook's gesture, calling it a masterclass in humility. And Jin? His reaction was pure grace. During his post-show message, he thanked fans for their endless support and mentioned how seeing familiar faces gave him strength. Though he never said Jungkook's name, everyone knew. It was a quiet acknowledgement, the kind that only brothers share. Perhaps the most touching part of all was the fans' emotional reaction. Across fan bases, people expressed how much they missed seeing BTS together. Jungkook's attendance gave them hope that the bond among the members would continue to bloom, no matter how far their solo paths take them.